Okay, Coach, so the snow and rain have stayed out of the forecast, but we're in for a cold afternoon at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Taylor. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Taylor. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This is Jones. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 3rd down, Taylor gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Come on, fellas. At their own 28-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Hey, we got 3 down. Check it out,
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. And a Packer first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers! Phillip Lindsay, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Taylor will throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a...
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just...
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers now on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw on 3rd down. Rodgers to the goal line, but it's incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
Yeah.
you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Watch the shift. Check. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, switch gears.
Here's Taylor. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Check. Check.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now they'll throw with Taylor. This complete to Jones. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Jones. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Watch number 5. Watch number 5.
Taylor now. Going to throw again. Complete. It's Johnson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
Come get some. Come on.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Switch. Right left.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
That's going to be a long day.
Now Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. To throw is Rodgers. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Get 300. Get 300. Box it, box it, box it, box it.
It's our time.
Rodgers to throw once more. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Zoom.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby.
To try again after the sack. Rodgers trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
90 is a mic. 90 is a mic. Who that? 90 is a mic.
Throwing again. Rodgers to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
To throw is Rodgers on 3rd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
I I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Sanders on for the field goal.
Sanders' kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. On 3rd and 1, it's Taylor. And it's brought in by Washington. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Jones. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. That's what I do. The 24-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Taylor. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Taylor to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Bus formation. Come on, boys, come on. Motion man, watch the
Here's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Yeah, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Taylor to throw on 3rd down. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. He's going to launch it for Washington. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Green 18.
All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, and he's got him in the league.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we said?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
On 2nd down now, it's Miller. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Kill.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And taken at the 46. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... You know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Ah, yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, you know, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, you know, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's the fullback. This is Roosevelt Nix. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Brandon, you know, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense, and this home crowd, they're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Here's Taylor to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
No move to pull the offense. Taylor's going to go for it.
Cut. Go. Check.
They're going on fourth down. It's Taylor. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage, there to knock that one away. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
Plant.
A give running right, Lindsey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Yeah, baby.
Well, Charles, it's one.